You're 3 hours deep into the scroll again. When you surface, you're hollow. Not entertained, not connected, just empty. Like you've been fed a feast of nothing and you're still starving. Here's the secret nobody tells you. Meaning isn't hiding in the noise. It never was. You've had the ability to create it all along. This isn't about finding yourself. It's about building yourself, brick by deliberate brick. Picture this. You wake up and realize there's no instruction manual, no cosmic syllabus, no divine blueprint. You're not a clock assembled by some clockmaker, each gear cut for a specific purpose. That comforting story, it's gone. What's left is a blank canvas, an unwritten book with your name on the cover and infinite empty pages inside. This is the existentialist revelation, both terrifying and intoxicating. You are radically free. Existence precedes essence. You exist first, thrown into this world as a conscious being, and then you decide what you are. A knife is made to cut, its purpose predetermined. But you showed up first. Now you have to figure out what you're for. Nobody's coming to tell you. Sartre called this being condemned to be free. Notice that word. Condemned, not blessed. Because infinite freedom brings crushing responsibility. Every choice, every path, it's on you. You can't blame fate or God's plan. You can't even fully blame your circumstances. How you respond, still your choice, always. Kierkegaard gave us the night of faith, the leap into self-definition. You step off the cliff of certainty and trust you'll build wings on the way down. No safety net, no proof you'll succeed. No guarantee your chosen meaning will feel meaningful tomorrow. You're choosing who you are without evidence you're choosing correctly. That's the leap. Camus said the only serious philosophical question is whether to keep living. Once you realize life has no inherent meaning, you must actively choose to stay in the game, every day. That choice, that defiant choice to continue, to create, is where meaning actually begins. Not in some external source, but in your refusal to surrender. Here's the paradox. Our greatest power is our freedom to create meaning. But that same freedom is our heaviest burden. There's no preset purpose waiting to be discovered. You write it yourself in real time. We're approaching an age where AI handles complex tasks, where automation eliminates traditional markers of purpose. If a machine does your job better, what's your uniquely human purpose? What defines you when creative thinking gets outsourced to algorithms? The existentialist burden intensifies. The blank canvas gets blanker. So what do? You choose anyway. You define yourself anyway. You leap without proof or permission. Because the alternative is drifting, letting algorithms decide, becoming a ghost haunting someone else's machine. You're not a gear in a cosmic clock. You're the clockmaker. Pick up the tools and start building. Let's admit the thing nobody wants to face. The universe doesn't care about you. Not cruelly, not with hostility, just indifferently, completely, utterly indifferent. You scream your desperate questions into the void. Why am I here? What does this mean? And the cosmos doesn't even echo them back. It just keeps spinning, unconcerned with your crisis. This is the absurd, not chaos, but the mismatch between our human need for clarity and meaning versus the universe's profound indifference. We crave answers like oxygen. The universe offers none. We desperately want significance. The universe shrugs. The Greeks believed in logos, cosmic order, rational structure underlying everything. They thought if you were smart enough, you could decode the universe's plan. But existentialism says, there is no plan. The universe isn't a puzzle because there's no picture on the box. This collision between what we need and what we get, that's the absurd. and recognizing it is actually liberating. Consider Sisyphus, condemned by the gods to roll a boulder up a mountain, watch it roll back down, then trudge down and repeat, forever. The ultimate symbol of meaningless existence, your commute, your inbox that never empties. But Camus says something revolutionary. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. How? Why? Because the victory isn't at the summit. The meaning is in the descent. When Sisyphus walks back down, he's fully conscious, fully aware. He sees his task for what it is, absurd, endless, meaningless, and chooses to do it anyway. That awareness, that scornful defiance, is freedom. The gods wanted torture, but accidentally gave him purpose. He owns his boulder now. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, our hero watches his friend die and obsesses over finding eternal life. He journeys to the ends of the earth, faces impossible trials, meets the one man who achieved immortality. The secret? There isn't one. He'll die like everyone else. But when he returns and sees the walls of Uruk, walls he built with his own hands, he understands. Meaning isn't granted by heaven. It's built on earth, by human hands, one brick at a time. So how do you thrive in a meaningless universe? Stop conceptualizing and start living. Stop endlessly thinking about meaning and start doing meaningful things. You don't need to solve the cosmic riddle before you act. You act, and meaning emerges from the action itself. Embrace this moment. Not the next one or the idealized future. This one, right now. The absurd teaches that no final answer is coming, so the only moment that matters is now. Find your passion and pursue it without justification. You don't need the universe's permission. If something makes you feel alive, that's enough. The universe's indifference means you're free to care about whatever you want. Nothing matters cosmically. Then everything can matter personally. The absurd isn't a prison. It's permission to stop waiting for meaning to arrive and start creating it yourself. Meaning isn't found. It's forged. You're not an explorer searching for a hidden destination. You're a cartographer mapping your own territory, drawing borders where none existed, deciding which paths matter. The samurai understood this. Bushido wasn't about discovering purpose. It was about choosing values and living them with absolute discipline. The samurai didn't search for meaning. They committed to it. So ask yourself, what actually matters to me? Not what should matter. What does? The universe is silent. That silence is the sound of infinite possibility. You showed up first. Now you decide. This is your life, your canvas, your mountain, your meaning to forge. What beautiful, defiant song will you choose to sing?